Morning here in Camp Massa. Taters with coffee, video editing, and Taters not wanting to be conscious.
Hey, I made you coffee this morning.
So many words.
Guess what day it is today?
Rain day. Oh my God, it's Taters Tuesday! And it has been raining on us off and on all morning. It's going to be another damn day. So while this might look kind of unpleasant, and it basically is, it's just going to be packing up wet and dealing with that. It was actually a really nice campsite. And it's significantly warmer now. It's in the 50s. That last storm was in the 40s, and I was having a lot harder time staying warm. And just as I was starting to feel guilty that I was screwing around drinking coffee and editing videos too long, the rain just got heavy.
Oh, it's so cozy.
Until we need to, start walking. This through hiking thing is great if you just take out the walking. The sitting, the staying in the tent. That's all good.
Woke up to a pretty nice Tuesday morning. Had a little bit of heavy rain during coffee time, which made it very cozy. And then right as we were about getting ready to pack up and head out,
it rained for hours.
The rain let up, the birds came out.
Like I said, I'm unreasonably cautious when it comes to stealth camping, but this was a good one. That's actually some sort of a solar farm, and there are no facilities on this side.
Looks like today is going to be pretty much all on these 2-lane highways. About 12 miles gets us into the town of Bowie, and there should be options there, both a stealth camping option around the Governor's Bridge, or there's hotels, and we'll just reevaluate when we get there based on weather and based on we want to have a good setup for going into Washington, D.C. I'm not sure what's options there's going to be to stay past Bowie. There's a large swath of land marked United States of America. Not sure if that's like USA public land or USA military keep off land. And we are keeping in mind that DC is coming up. We want to have a good setup to be able to enjoy going through DC. And there is still this storm looming on the horizon, although the forecast keeps getting pushed back and getting more mild. We really wanted to keep going on that trail, but sadly, it was not taking us the right direction. So here we are, back on Maryland 450.
They call her Taters. Taters, she plays in traffic. There seems to be a distressing habit of me getting around people and talking so much that I practically lose my voice. She doesn't have that issue, obviously.
You've been keeping up the scintillating conversation all day while we've been on these loud roads.
All day?
Yelling to be heard over the cars.
The show we've been watching right now is one that I've seen before, but I thought was good enough for her to see, which is Narcos on Netflix. And we're to like the very last episode of the second season. I think Taters is suspecting that maybe Pablo's not gonna make it. I mean, both the Meep and the toy maker talked about their forces. I thought this trail was supposed to be flat until Colorado. It is damp and windy out here, so we have to be kind of selective on our stops. Not to mention just trying to find places to sit that aren't a giant puddle. We are certainly not in the poor end of town here.
And this is our first Skull and Crossbones crossing for the day, which Matt just ran across without me.
We just lost our shoulder and we've started getting these really big farm trucks coming through. A little bit nerve-wracking. See, Jen claims she doesn't hike as fast as me and is always trying to get me to slow down. In actuality, she just figures if she's back there, the car's gonna come around the corner, run me over, and then swerve, so she'll be okay. Did you see that look on his face? When I said coffee, it's like maybe he's going to go make a pot of coffee.
He seemed more not understanding what we're doing. Anyway, this is a beautiful sign because it means we get the road mostly to ourselves, and Matt found a sit spot.
Masterclass tip. If it fits, I sit.
Aw.
So I sent Taters yesterday to fill up water. All she had to do was go in, find the little water spout, and then fill the bottles. She somehow ended up with like club soda. So every time she opens it, it's like, and like it looked a little funny when she brought it out, but I'm like, she's a science teacher. She knows what she's doing. And then I get to try water later, and it's like,
Okay.
and now it's worse. It's flat club soda. It's the second time she's committed like grand theft.
No.
Last time it was
original
lemonade.
one. You had to pick water or carbonated water. I definitely picked water, so that machine was broken.
Okay, show of hands, how many people have ever made that mistake before? No gentleman with coffee, but this is the Governor Bridge. We were told it was a secure campsite, possibly haunted by a goat man. A runner just came back and told us it was flooded, so we'll see how this goes. And this would be what our runner friend was warning us about. Oh well, dry shoes are overrated. Pretty sure that tent over there is Leif. Recognize the Hildeberg. Good news, Jen. You know how I've been wanting to get you on the Florida Trail so you could walk through water?
Oh no.
Exactly. Oh no. Jen wanted to take her shoes off, but I was like, no! We're doing this Florida style. You take your shoes off for a water crossing, you never make it out of Florida.
After these highway walks, I'll gladly walk through swamps all day with you.
Oh, don't worry, there's more freeways up ahead. Yeah, if he's waiting for the water to go down, it's going to be several days. And welcome to Adventures in Trying to Get to Food. We're lowering our standards enough to go to Applebee's here, if we can make it past the goose. Guess who had never known the disappointment of going to an Applebee's? Until now. Ask her about the bathroom.
After finishing up our lunch in this town,
Disappointments abound here on the trail with Team Taters. I mean, that we just ate an Applebee's, so disappointment's expected, but now it's raining. What?
and it's raining again. So here we go.
That's, by the way. And the flooding is back. Thanks, Anton!
Thank you. Now this is more like it. We got a bike path through the trees. This is more like what I pictured this section would be.
I've been leaning more on Apple TV. And now everybody's favorite game, did Jen get actual water from the 7-Eleven?
This time it came out of a sink, so if they're sink
Oh, no.
dispensing carbonated water, that's on them.
So if you look at the map, this is a little odd. It looks like it comes up here, turns like 160 degrees, goes down, turns 160 degrees again. We think we have that figured out in that there's some sort of a trail up here with a pedestrian bridge. I like these trees. And now things are getting kind of snug again. does make us really enjoy the bike paths though. We are just passing through Old Town Bowie, however you pronounce it. We have an idea for a stealth camp up ahead, but personally, right at the moment, I wouldn't mind if somebody stopped and offered us a secure backyard to camp in. Well, that was one open space that we were kind of hoping might work. So much for that. And the stress levels are increasing. Don't look at her face. She always looks like that. We are looking for any place where we can kind of hide, set up camp. Our plan involved this place, which turns out it is a fenced refuge. That wasn't super clear from our map data. There's no place where we wouldn't be visible. We have houses looking straight at us. Both of our feet are hurting. They've been wet all day since that dousing at the Governor Bridge. So we're ready to stop. My big question is, what the heck is in this reserve that requires that sort of a fence? If we snuck in there, would we be like eaten by lions in the middle of the night? And then there would be a media story about 2 idiot backpackers who snuck into a refuge and were eaten by lions, and didn't they know?
It's 7 o'clock. We are getting kind of tired and a little discouraged on possible campsites. There's little strips of public land around here with trees, but they're all so small and with houses all around them. So we have one more spot up ahead we're gonna check out.
We went through enough fallbacks that we're actually trying to see if we can contact churches, but this is the second one with, it's hard to get a hold of anybody. We found one more number, which says if it's a pastoral emergency. Okay, so we called the pastoral emergency line and we were given permission. So once again, the lesson is, should engage with people. The hardest part of this, we have permission to stay, they're fine with whatever. There's standing water everywhere. So we're trying to find, you can see how wet everything is. So we're trying to find something where the tent will be reasonably dry. One of my honest weaknesses when doing this is I don't like asking for help. I have a tendency to say no even when people offer. We had somebody who technically would drive all the way out from DC, get us, let us stay on them with them. Jen was even willing to Uber to a hotel. It was going to be a $10 Uber and a $90 hotel. And I was stubborn and wanted to find a place to stealth camp. Like I was telling her, it's not even like this is a pleasant camp. It's just survive the night. The tent was wet when we put it away. It's wet now. Survive the night, get out in the rain tomorrow. We'll probably end up either at the Greenbelt camp or more likely Ubering to a hotel then, because that's when the main storm comes in.
Matt's done this before, but I don't think I've ever stayed at his church before. So that was very gracious. And we got the tent set up right as it started to rain. Tonight we have the conclusion to the Pablo Escobar season of Narcos. So looking forward to having that done so that I am free to Google exactly how much of that is historically accurate. And we should have the big rainstorm starting to come in overnight as well. So we're set up all cozy. Home sweet home for the night.